uh, LCD interfacing with 8051, where you have to write one assembly language program using DPTR. So the objective of this program is to display a word hello starting from the fourth position of first line. Now, if we talk about a 16x2 LCD, it will be having two horizontal line to display the different characters, and it will have 16 vertical positions in each of the horizontal line. Now, to write the interfacing program, I have used this configuration where the RS line of LCD is connected to P2.0, RW line is connected to P2.1, enable line is connected to P2.2 of 8051. And if you have followed my previous lecture, there I talked about the importance of RS, that is register select, RW, that is read write, and E stands for enable of LCD. Okay. Other than that, the data line D0 to D7 of LCD is connected to P1.0 to P1.7 of 8051. So this is the particular configuration I have considered, and based on that only, I am going to write the assembly language program. Now, before starting the assembly language program, let me tell you a very interesting and important thing, which I already mentioned in my previous LCD lecture also. When you are doing interfacing of LCD with 8051, you know two type of operation you have to do. One is known as command operation, the other one is known as data operation. In command operation, you have to follow some rule. So what are the rule? First of all, register select has to be 0 when you are doing command operation. Actually, register select is some sort of select terminal of your LCD. If you make register select equal to 0, then command register is getting selected in LCD, and it is required when you do command operation. Okay. And if you make RS equal to 1, then data register is getting selected and it is required for data operation. So that I will discuss later on. Now let me complete this thing for command operation. So first of all, for command operation, register select has to be 0. Then read write has to be 0, because you are doing writing operation. So when you do write operation, your R/W, that read write line, has to be 0. Then enable line has to be a transition from 1 to 0. So if I have to activate my enable line of LCD, I have to make a transition from 1 to 0. So how to do that? First you make it 1, then wait for some delay, and then make it 0. So these are the steps followed in case of command operation. Now, similarly, for data operation, you have to follow some steps. What are the steps? Register select has to be 1 in this case. Okay, because you have to select the data register. Then read write has to be 0. Then enable line has to be activated in a similar fashion. It has to be 1 for certain duration. Then make a delay and then make it 0. So the transition should be from 1 to 0. Then enable line will be activated. So these are the sets of operation have to be done in case of command, and these are the sets of operation has to be done for data operation. Okay. So for that, we have written two subroutine program, one for command operation, where these criteria are followed, and one for data operation. So when we'll be doing command operation, this particular subprogram will be called, and when we'll do data operation, this subprogram will be called. Now, what is the requirement of command and data operation? Now, here briefly I'll discuss about these things. I'll take some examples and I'll try to make you understand. Suppose if I have to display the word hello, what was our objective for this particular lecture? Then the objective was to start from the fourth position. So start from the fourth position means for that you have to do some command operation. Or for example, if you want to activate both the horizontal line of the LCD then this is some sort of command operation. Or for example, if you want to clear the screen of the LCD before displaying something, then you have to do some command operation. Now, what is data operation? For example, you want to display the word hello. So each of this letter you need to display. So it means you have to do some data operation to display each of this letter. Okay. Now let's talk about uh, the assembly language code. So here I have summarized the configuration, what I have done. Now start the program org000h, then move DPTR equal to hashtag mycom. Now, as I already mentioned, this particular lecture is to write the assembly language program using only DPTR. Okay. Without using DPTR, one lecture I already uploaded. You can go through that one. And this lecture is to implement the same thing by using DPTR only. Okay. So move DPTR comma hashtag mycom. So this mycom tag is used here. Now, what values are saved in mycom tag? You know what is the syntax has to be used. org 300h has been used here. You can use 500h also or any other value. It's your wish. So this is the mycom tag. You have to use DB. DB stands for define byte. This is the syntax, and you have to save some values in the lookup table using this structure. What are the values? 38h, 0e, 01, 06, 84, and finally the 0. Now, what is the meaning of 38H? 38H, if you have the value on LCD, if you can get this value, it means you are activating both the line of the LCD. Okay. Then, what is the meaning of 0E? 0E value represent that LCD is on. 0E value represent LCD is on, cursor is also on. Cursor of the LCD is also on. Now the next value, that is 01. If you take 01, what will happen? It indicates the LCD is clear. Okay. You are clearing the screen of LCD before displaying those particular character or word. Then what is the meaning of the value 06 in command operation? 06 represent the shift the cursor in the right direction. Shift right. So your cursor will be shifted in the right direction by using a value of 06. Now, what about 84? 84, the next value 84, that will do that thing, means the word hello will be displayed starting from the fourth position of first line. So that will be done by this 84 value. Okay. And finally, why this 0 is used, that I will come later on to discuss this particular thing. Now let's go back to this program once again. So move DPTR hashtag mycom. So mycom is having, this tag is having those values. Now CLR accumulator, then move C A comma at the rate A plus DPTR. So I already mentioned many times in my previous lecture also, when you are using move C A comma at the rate A plus DPTR, you have to clear the accumulator content before that. Why? Because when you are accessing some data through DPTR, this A should not create any problem, because A can have, accumulator can have some by default value in the operation. So it should not create any problem while accessing the value through DPTR. This value, if it is added, then it is maybe indicating some different location, which was not supposed to be indicated by DPTR. Okay. So using this instruction, before using this instruction, I have to clear my accumulator content. Now, move C A comma A plus DPTR, what it is coming now? So you see DPTR, which is indicating mycom, the first value, 38 value is coming. So 38 value is getting loaded in the accumulator. Okay. So using this instruction, my first value, that is 38, is getting loaded in the accumulator. Now, as it is a command operation, 38 means you are activating both the horizontal line of LCD. This is some sort of command operation. Just few minutes before I told, immediately you have to call the acall command. So command RT, I have given the program name as COM and WRT. So you have to come to this particular tag, command RT tag, and there this operation, what I told just few minutes before, this has been shown. So what you have to do, as your 38 age value is there in accumulator, that you bring it to P1 port. Why? Because P1 port of your 8051 is connected to through the data line of is connected to the data line of LCD, through which the data will be getting transferred. So from accumulator, what 38 age value you got, you give it to port 1 so that it can come to LCD through this data bus. Okay, D0 to D7. Okay. Then you have to follow these steps for the command operation. Means RS has to be 0 and RS was connected to P2.0. If you can remember, in the beginning itself I told, then R/W has to be 0, read rail line has to be 0, and RW was connected to P2.1. That's why CLR P2.1. Then you have to make enable equal to 1, and enable was connected to P2.2. So that's why the instruction is set B P2.2. Then a call delay, you have to wait for some delay, and then you have to make it 0. So how to make it 0? CLRP 2.2. Why 2.2? Because E is connected to 2.2. Okay. So this is for command operation. Okay. Now after that, what you have to do? You increment the DPTR value so that it can come to the next location or next position. You have to come to the next position to access the next value. Okay. Until your accumulator, you see, increment DPTR, then jump 0, send data tag. If it becomes 0, what becomes 0? If your accumulator content becomes 0, then only you have to come here. Otherwise, make a short jump to here. Okay. So when we'll get 0, I'll discuss. Just after a few minutes, I'll discuss. Now, as in the present case, I don't have a 0 value in accumulator. What I have to do? Because my accumulator is currently having 38 days, just few minutes before I told it is not 0. Now I need to access the next value through DPTR. The next value was 0E. And what was the objective of 0E? LCD on, cursor on. So same steps I need to follow. Move C, A comma, A plus DPTR. DPTR is now indicating the next location because you have incremented DPTR. Now the next value, that is 0E, will be getting accessed, and the meaning I already mentioned. And similarly, the next value was 01, LCD will be cleared, and followed by 06, your cursor will be shifted right. And finally, if you can remember, I told that I am going to discuss about this 0. Finally, the final value is 0. So when 0 is getting loaded to this particular thing, accumulator is having now 0 value. Okay, now when accumulator is having 0 value, immediately your jump 0 condition, when you will access this line, when you will process this line, you will come to this particular line, jump 0 line. That time your accumulator content is 0, means this condition is satisfied. Because as your accumulator content is 0, jump 0 condition is satisfied. You no need to come back here. Where you need to go? Send data. You have to come to this location. Means your command operation have been completed. Now you do the data operation. Okay. Now in data operation, what you have to do, and meanwhile, I forgotten to mention this one also, because before this 0, you had 84 also. Using this 84, you are accessing the fourth position of the first line. Okay, where you are going to display the first character of hello. Okay, now let's come back to here, send data. Now what you have to do? Now you need to display each of the character HELLO starting from the fourth. So starting from the fourth position that I have already achieved in my command operation. Now I have to display each of the character HELLO. Now how to do that? So for that, again I have used move DPTR hashtag my data. So come to my data tag. In my data, I have saved the word hello HELLO in double inverted comma because I need to display this thing. And finally, I have after comma I have given one 0 value. Why this 0 value is used? That also I will discuss later on. Okay. Now let's come back here. So move C A comma at the rate A plus DPTR. Before using this instruction, I already mentioned many times, you need to clear the content of accumulator. Now A plus DPTR, as you have hashtag my data, it is indicating the word hello. If you can remember, my data, the value was hello. So hello is getting loaded in accumulator. Then what type of operation you are doing? Because you have to display HELLO, and that is one data only. So you have to do data operation immediately. You have to call a call data write. So a call data write means you have to come here, this program, and for that program, what are the steps to be followed? First of all, accumulator content you give it to P1. Why? Because what hello word you have, that has to be given to P1.1 to 1.2. This P1 port you have to give it so that through this data line, this can come to LCD. Okay. Now what you need to do? RS has to be 1 in this case. So set be P2.0 because RS is connected to P2.0. Then read line should be 0. That is P2.1. That is clear. Then enable has to be 1. Set be P2.0 because enable was connected to P2.2. And then a call delay because you have to wait for some delay and then you need to make it 0. How to make it 0? CLRP 2.2. Okay. Then return. Now you are doing data operation. That's why you have to do this. You have to call this data subprogram. So you call delay. Now after that, you have to. It's your wish. If you want, you can call some delay also to give some time to LCD, and you can increment the DPTR. Now you can check the jam0 condition. Now when you will increment the DPTR, DPTR will indicate the next value, that is 0. Now what will happen? 0 will be loaded to this particular accumulator. Why? Because see, after jam0, so jam0 till now, before accessing the 0 value, I was still having the value of hello. So jam0 condition is not satisfied. I have to do short jump to D1, means I need to come back here. And in the next incrementation, as currently my DPTR is having the value of 0, now in this case 0 will be loaded to accumulator. Now after accessing this line, this condition, jam0 condition will be satisfied. Why? Because my current content of accumulator is 0. Accumulator 0 is means jam 0 condition is satisfied. Jam0. Jam0 means 0 condition is satisfied, means if 0 equal to 1, then do the jump. Now this is satisfied because accumulator equal to 0 means z equal to 1, 0 flag equal to 1. This is satisfied means you need to come back here. You need to come here again, and short jump again means you need to keep on iterating here. As you have already displayed hello in the previous case, you no need to do any further action. You have to make a short jump here to stop it, or you can iterate over this particular line. So this is all about the assembly language program using DPTR for LCD interfacing with 8051. Hopefully all of you have understood this video. Thank you very much.